How do you keep it aloha in your life?
How do I keep it aloha in my life? I think that with all of the things that I've done good and I've done bad, that when at one point in time the relationships that haven't worked out or the pilikia that I'm having with um, individuals for whatever reasons, I think my entire life I've been misunderstood. I think that I've always been looked at as somebody who was trying to do, trying to put the light on myself for myself. And I feel as though that misconception of me has caused me to have rifts that I maybe at some point in my life I was trying to make a name, and yes, I'm trying to, you know, promote a business or whatnot. But if I look back at my entire life, I was always trying to think of the va'a. I really was trying to think about everybody in the va'a. That And so what I've learned now is if I say, "Hey, Kamaka, Shane, jump in my canoe. We're gonna paddle to Tahiti. In Tahiti, gonna have all the beautiful things that you would love. You're gonna have clean air, clean water, whatever." I paint this picture and I said, "Jump in my va'a." I said, "You in train?" "Oh yeah, I was in train." "You in train?" "Yeah, in train." And then we jump in the va'a, and the first leg of the trip, when hurricane come, it's tipping the va'a, and then we go a little bit more, and then um, more strong winds, more big waves, and the va'a huli, and then everybody swimming to shore, and everybody reach the shore, and they go, "Kwai-Chang, was all your fault. You told me we was gonna go to Tahiti, and you told me was gonna have all these beautiful things." And I said, "I did, but I also had asked you if you didn't train. Did you train? You said you trained. I didn't know what I was doing, so that's my disclaimer now. That when I tell you jump in my va, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I know I train. I know I'm there, and I know I'm gonna handle, and I know I'm gonna be there. I'm not gonna turn on you because of Va'au and Huli, because of unforeseen circumstance." And so, for me, keeping it aloha is that I hope to one day repair those relationships, but I'm not going to compromise who it is that I am and what I stood for and what I did, why I did what I did. I'm going to hold myself accountable to the mistakes I made. But if you continuously point the finger at me and was only me, then I cannot, the relationship, we cannot repair it
Mm.
because you never step up and
Absolutely.
say, "Oh, I went jump in the canoe."
Mm-hmm.
I said, I told you I ain't trained and I was down and I went jump in the canoe. If you never loved me enough to come back to the table and say, "Hey, what would happen, bro? Well, you saw what would happen. The hurricane even come. I had only one hoy and I tried to steer in this direction and went huli." So for me, keeping it aloha is that I try to remain respectful to whatever it is that you feel and why the relationship isn't the way, but I'm not gonna compromise. So I try to be genuine, I try to be honest, and I try to be straight up and be accountable, but I'm not gonna ever anymore take all the blame. It took your decision to jump in the va'a too.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the unforeseen circumstances came. I did not intentionally tell you to jump in one canoe to drive them straight into a hurricane. That's not what would happen. So, yeah, keeping it aloha is stay true, be honest, right? Be straight up and say, "Hey, you know what? I messed up. I did this. I didn't mean for this to happen. I thought we loved each other enough that we could work past it. But obviously, you never fix whatever you didn't fix, and you still think it was only me. I'm sorry it didn't work out,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna keep it aloha."